What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now EA Sports is giving out a ton of free content. What you're going to need to do right now, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. We're going to jump right into it. Obviously, you guys know today is the first day with the competitive pass. Now, this one, I don't think that the players are really good. I just want to be, straight up front. The two players that you get for free are not that good. Like this guy, who wants an Antoine Winfield? Look, dude, Antoine or whatever, however you say it, it doesn't really matter, bro. The bottom line is this, right? I don't know if people are going to go too crazy about this. He does get the deep out zone for 0, but it's something about the card I don't really care about. And then obviously the quarterback that you get later on, I don't think there's anything really exclusive about him, but we're going to take a look at that in a second. But I will show you two things that's going to matter, right? Level 26, a free 99 overall, like no gimmicks, just free 99 overall in Madden 24 Ultimate Team for anybody that gets to that level. Now remember, you can do this at your own pace. One of the best things that I could recommend is that you subscribe and you look for daily tips that I put out on how to grind through these MUT levels, because it's definitely going to help you to get there really quickly. Now the next thing is this. At level 7, you get the 98 overall B&D, aka Cruise Fantasy Pack. A lot of questions that I've gotten, over the last couple hours is, okay, G, which one are you going to take? Should you hold on to this? I'm going to go ahead and answer both those questions right now. Number one, it doesn't make any sense to hold on to it because they've already gone to 99s, which means that it doesn't really matter. It's not going to update. They're not going to release any more 98s. So to kind of give you more insight into that, we're going to take a look at it right now with the AKA Cruise. All right. So the last thing that they did, right, was 99s all over the place. So these two, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, were 99s. So it doesn't matter. It will no longer update. Choose the player that you want right now because nothing else is going to change. Now, there's a few things that I really want to make sure you guys thoroughly understand. This is completely different. His ultimate, universal coverage or whatever it is for a keep to leave does not stay on all game. However, he does get secure tackler for 0. Okay, so that is very important to understand. If you're lacking in the cornerback area, this is something that you want to take a look at. Now, remember, I want to show you something really quickly, right? When it comes to the 98s, when you want to see anything, just go to the catalog. Obviously, you go over to upgrades and you can see everything the card gets. So the reason that I know what I'm telling you is true is because I just go to it. I don't need to go to any other site. This is one of the major things that they've added where you don't need to go anywhere else. You just stay in the game and you go over to upgrades and you can see everything that a card gets. Now, all of this stuff right here, right, is AKA Cruise, which means it starts on and then goes off. The players that I recommend are the players that get the things that stay on all game, like the real deal players, combine. Those are the things that you want. So that's the one bad problem about him, okay? Because it doesn't stay on all game. Yeah, secure tackler for 0 is cool, but it's not ideal when you gotta, worry about getting the other abilities. Now, he does get deep out zone, right? Just hear me out. He gets deep out zone. He gets pick artist. Obviously, you would have to give him flat zone and mid zone. So if you look at the rest of the way that this is right here, this is all bad. All of this is bad because now you got to spend extra to try to get more of the things that happen. And this is what I tried before. I took off the X factors off my corners and I was getting dotted. Because if you don't have mid zone, flat zone, and deep zone, they're going to throw the ball someplace where the KO doesn't work. So it's better to have X factors that are just on. Now, for those of you guys that are wondering, okay, what if somebody comes out and they're like a shapeshifter, right? Like they have the ability to wipe your progress with momentum shift. So they come out with like Gonzalez or whoever, LT on defense and they wipe it. That's the reason why my corners have flat and deep. So if you go over to the way I have it set up now, and you just take a look at the way mine is set up, just to give you guys further in-depth, analytics to what goes on and what I'm doing, you'll see flat zone and deep zone, and he also is equipped with the universal coverage. Flat zone, deep out zone, pick artist, all that stuff, and he's still equipped with reinforcement. So both my corners on the outside have this. So even if there's a shapeshifter and dudes are coming out wiping progress, doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the knock for those players right there. That's a very important thing to understand when it comes to that, because if you don't get that, understanding of it, you may end up taking to lead. And I want to make sure that you guys are secure in understanding everything that comes into it. The next thing was this, right? He got a redux, right? This guy, the Fridge Perry. So this was the next one that you guys were saying, yo, G, what about this guy, right? Obviously, it's all, run stuff for AKA Cruz, Enforcer Supreme. This is all Cruz, right? So the momentum shift is 4. He was the first guy that was wiping coverage. Wiping progress that kind of destroyed the game a little bit because EA promotes X factors and then he takes them away. But this is the thing, right? You can take a look at his other abilities and make sure that it works. Now, one of the things that I like about him is he gets lurk artists. So the ball should not drop on the ground when it's right in front of him if you're blitzing or he gets a shed. That is very important. The next thing is this, right? Secure tackler, right? 0. He's going to cost you 2 though. Although he gets these 2, he's going to cost you 2 because guess what? You still need inside stuff. Now, if you don't want to run inside stuff, that's also cool. You can go ahead and do whatever you want. But I'm just letting you guys understand it's kind of something that's necessary with Secure Tackler to help stop Eric Dickerson and Bo Jackson when they have angry runs. And I'm talking straight angry runs. I'm talking Dookie dripping down the pants. They're running all over the place. So if you want to do it the right way, you're going to still have to spend 2 AP on him. Those are the 2 that are really out there just standing up. The other cards are ultimately trash. So, like, I wouldn't recommend any of the other 2. I wouldn't recommend Kelsey. None of these guys down here. Chris Harris over Talib. They're probably like the same card. They both get Secure Tackler, but it's the same issue. Their abilities naturally suck. So the best card available would be this guy. Okay? It would definitely be this guy. Now, with the Ultimate Legends, okay? The Ultimate Legends is a little different. Because, to be honest with you, a lot of you guys will be like, yo, G, are you sure about what you're about to say? And yes, I'm very, very sure, right? The 99s, let's take a look at them, right? What is the best 99 right now? If you guys said Brian Dawkins, obviously you're right, but he's not going to be in it. He doesn't have a Redux and he's a limited. And unfortunately, the limiteds, after they become Reduxes, they're no longer limiteds, but he doesn't currently have a Redux. So he's not there. So out of all of these 99s right now, it wouldn't really matter unless we were going to get Calvin again and sell him. So this can be it could be kind of a experimental process, right? Because it's something where you got to actually look at what's available and it has to make sense. The reason that Brian Dawkins is so expensive is because he gets that built-in mid-zone and he gets the other abilities relatively cheap. So that makes sense. Calvin Johnson gets 2 0 AP abilities. That's unbelievable. You know, Culpepper's a limited. I haven't heard, really good things about him. Everything else is pretty much trash. So DeMarcus Ware, Calvin, and, Derek Brooks is pretty good, by the way. He's actually pretty good. And then you got Tiki Barber. So you can get any of these guys for free, but who do you want? We're going to have to wait, because ultimately you'll probably be there very, very soon, and they're going to drop more Ultimate Legends. So I would watch that carefully just to make sure you're getting the right thing, and, pretty much go from there. But honestly, at this point, I would focus in on either getting, the William Perry D tackle and adding him to your lineup and seeing how it works, because I think he's the better of the actual 2 free cards that are available. Other than that, we are maxed out with the NFL draft. We're maxed out with everything else that we need to do as far as, the objectives. So if you want more detail into that, let me know in the video and we'll get back to it. Other than that, enjoy your free cards and let me know if you have any other questions or comments. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a beautiful day. One love, y'all.